everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. This is Vdiffuser. On our last episode, we did a little bit of shopping around and side questing in Kakariko Village. Here, it's time for us to go into our first dungeon. Welcome to the Eastern Palace. Dead end there. Dead end here. And you're gonna start hiding switches under pots. I don't know what these guys are called. These are Weeglies. They're just there to be annoying. Alright. Get the timing right for this. Those guys hurt. They are loading us up with rupees. Unlike other games, there's not that much for us to buy here that there is important stuff for us to buy in the other games. It just really isn't. I believe I brought that up maybe once or twice. Alright, where am I headed? Alright, we have two switches here. Believe it or not, those are Stalfos. They're a little more annoying than usual because they will jump away from you when you swing your sword. And before you ask, yes, they can get more annoying. Alright, up here we go. That is an anti-fairy. Anti-fairies hurt you. They also take your magic. Alright, we have our map. Remember correctly, yeah, we gotta go up here. So that's a shortcut downstairs. Want to stay on the move. If you're in one place, these guys will toss bones at you. Alright. We have the compass. So, just like in all the games, the compass shows us where the boss is. It also shows us where the chests are as well. Link, it is I, Sahasrara. I can talk to you telepathically when you touch these tiles. Here's a hint. You can use the treasure hidden in this palace to defeat armored foes. Alright, we do not have the big key quite yet, but we will soon. Now, if you want, you can go down here into these vases. These are fairies, and this is a fairy fountain. Did I catch 2 of them at a time? No, I only caught 1 of them. Alright, you want to be careful with those guys. Those guys are Igorsh. When you get close to them, they will wake up, and they will chase you down. The green ones aren't too bad. But there aren't just green ones. There are red ones. The red ones are a headache. Okay. There's that. You don't have to worry about the lasers yet. We will not be getting them for a while. Alright, we got a key. Good, good. Alright, we are above this walkway. So the Igor is invulnerable when it's asleep. Awake, it's a different thing. It's also really friggin' tough. Ten arrows from that guy. Yeep. Big key time. And we go around. Excuse me. Excuse me. So as I mentioned, the big key doesn't just open big doors. It also opens the big chest and is the boss key. Thankfully, these guys hold a lot of arrows. Our dungeon item is the bow. You can shoot arrows until you run out. Then these guys will come down and intimidate you. Yeah, believe it or not, Igors do not come back until Majora's Mask. And when they do, ooh, they are way buffed up. Alright, we got a key there. And we have a rupee room with a lot of rupees and a few anti-fairies. Now, if you're very, very good... Ouch, they do one whole heart. Yay! You can sprinkle magic powder on those guys, and they will turn into a fairy. You gotta be really precise, though. Really, really, really precise. So honestly, it's honestly not worth it. Alright, that's guesswork. Alright. Almost there. Moment of truth. That is a red Igor. You cannot use the traditional hit him with a jar and then he'll go away. This guy only responds with arrows. 2 hits does the job. There we go. Now, most of the dungeons in Link to the Past are pretty short. I think the only ones that are going to get really long are the Ice Palace and Ganon's Tower, and those are late-game dungeons. Alright, this is the boss, the Armos Knights. They're really not that they're more intimidating than they are dangerous. They take 3 arrows to take care of. So they'll just kind of sort of stomp around the room. They only really get dangerous when there's one more. Then he's gonna get very, very angry. And even then, he's not that dangerous. There we go. Told you this one wasn't going to take all that long. We have the Pendant of Courage. Take it to Sahasrara. 2 pendants remain. Nice. So believe it or not, in the original game, your bow and arrow relied on rupees instead of arrows. Here, you actually need arrows. Oh, you got the Pendant of Courage! Now, I will tell you more of the legend. 3 or 4 generations ago, that is about 400 years ago, order of knights protected the royalty of the Hylia. These Knights of Hyrule were also guardians of the Pendant of Courage. Unfortunately, most of them were destroyed in the Great War against Evil that took place when the 7 wise men created their seal. So, this game is approximately 300 to 400 years after Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Among the descendants of the Knights of Hyrule, a hero must appear. I say, Link, I believe you. You should get the remaining pendants. Carry this with you. This is a treasure passed down by the families of the wise men. I want you to have it. The Pegasus Boots. Now we can dash. Hold the A button. A helpful item is hidden in the cave on the east side of Hylia. Get it. So we can dash now. So, Sahasrara has very, very helpfully marked where the other things are on the map. So, in our next episode, we're going to take care of getting a few things before we get to the desert in the bottom. I will see you guys next time. Later!
Have no